The most common question among Amazon sellers is, how do I choose a new, profitable product to sell? Researching and selecting a product to sell is often complicated and can be time-consuming. It can take you hours or even days to find a product to sell on Amazon's website. You need to make the best choice you can to avoid risks. Because you will have to invest your savings to buy a stock of products, ship them to an Amazon warehouse, and pay for advertising to launch your first sales. You will have to take a real financial risk to become a successful seller on Amazon. Some people don't get started because they are looking for the perfect product. Unfortunately, the perfect product doesn't exist. So you will have to do your best. In this video, I'm going to show you all the criteria, all the things that you'll need to check when selecting your winning product, before you invest any money, so that you can achieve your goals and become financially free. This is what we call niche research. We will see how to check if a market exists. We will talk about the financial aspects of your product, the intrinsic characteristics of your winning product, and how to give value to your product. Hi, my name is Richard and you are on my AMZ Seller Tools channel, where I share with you my experience on Amazon FBA, so you too can start your own business and start making money fast to achieve the life of your dreams. Remember to subscribe to be notified of my upcoming videos on selling on Amazon FBA. I'll see you right after this.
A lot of soul.
In recent years, it has never been easier to start an online selling business. Every day, many new sellers start selling on Amazon or on their own website, like Shopify. But most of these sellers are unable to find and sell a profitable product. These sellers are headed for failure and will quickly lose all their investments. Hi, my name is Marjorie. We are going to learn in this new video how to find a profitable product to sell on Amazon FBA. Many new sellers simply compare the selling price of a product on Amazon with the buying price of the same product on Alibaba or AliExpress. A significant price difference between Alibaba and Amazon will then be their only selection criterion to choose their winning product. These new sellers will be quickly disappointed. Selecting your winning product requires a much deeper analysis. You need to look for a product with high demand, low competition, good profit margin, low seasonality, optimal size and weight, and good potential for improvement. Let's look at this in more detail. And to begin with, you should definitely check if there is a market, if there is a real opportunity to launch your product on the Amazon platform.
We're going to use an indicator provided by Amazon, the BSR. BSR stands for Best Sellers Rank. BSR is a measure of the volume of sales of a product on Amazon. It is regularly updated to reflect recent sales, but also the history of each item sold on Amazon. The BSR is updated every hour. The BSR is a kind of score assigned to each product, based on its sales history. Amazon's algorithm automatically calculates the BSR for all products in a category. In fact, the BSR varies from one product category to another. It is important to know that the BSR has a direct impact on your product's ranking in Amazon's search results. BSR tells you how well a product is selling. Please note that we are talking about a BSR in a given category, not in a subcategory. This is a ranking, so the lower the BSR, the better the product will sell on Amazon. For example, a product with a BSR of 5,000 will sell better than a product with a BSR of 10,000. Ideally, you should choose a product with an ASR of less than 20,000. With an SSR below 20,000, a product will sell several times a day. The goal is to select a product that sells at least 10 times a day.
We're going to go to the Amazon website. We're going to randomly choose a cooler bottle that has the merit of selling well. As you can see, if we scroll down to the bottom of the page, to stop at the product information section, we can see the BSR for that product. If you are using Helium 10's Chrome extension, the Calculators tool is embedded in the product sheet. We can see that the BSR is identical to the value we found earlier in the product information section. You can then click on the blue Launch Sales Estimator button. Helium 10 will show you the number of sales corresponding to this BSR. Now you know how to find out how many units your competitors have sold.
Now that you know how many products your competitors are selling, you can check if there is a real demand, an existing market for the product you want to sell on the Amazon platform. With the BSR, you'll be able to do an in-depth analysis to see if similar items are generating enough sales. You look at the top 10 sellers. You check to see if at least 5 sellers have relatively high sales volume. The goal is to ensure that the market is not dominated by 1 or 2 sellers who share the majority of sales. You check that buyers are not loyal to only 1 or 2 brands and indifferent to other brands. You will then know if the market is open for you to launch your own brand. Another approach to checking how well a product is selling on Amazon is to check the search volume of the top 3 keywords for that product. If the top 3 keywords are searched more than 100,000 times per month on Amazon, you can be sure that there is a real demand for your winning product.
Indeed, you will be able to find many products on Amazon that are in high demand. But if there is already a lot of competition on Amazon, you won't be able to sell your product and make money. This is called a saturated market or an overly competitive market. So it won't be profitable. So you should always look for a product that sells a lot and with low competition. To check the level of competition, there are 2 methods. The first is the manual method. And we will look at the number of reviews of each competing product. You'll have a hard time competing with products that have more than 100 reviews. The number of reviews has a significant impact on a consumer's buying decision. Ads with the most reviews tend to stay at the top of search results. When you launch a new product, you start with no reviews. It will take you a long time to get reviews. First, you'll identify the top sellers through the BSR. You'll look at the top 10 best-selling products similar to your product. If at least 5 of the top 10 products have less than 100 reviews, it means that buyers are willing to buy that type of product, even with a low number of reviews. The market will then be easy to penetrate. Ideally, you should find a product for which similar products are ranked 2 or 3 times on the first page of search results, with less than 50 reviews.
So you can try to manually search for products, niches, or categories with low competition. But this will take a lot of time, as there is a lot of data to go through and study in several categories and subcategories of products. It's like trying to find your way through a giant maze. It will take you hours, even days or weeks. The best method is to use an application like Helium 10, which will allow you to automatically find thousands of high-demand, low-competition products in seconds using filters. You can then refine your choices by selecting a particular category or subcategory. In brackets, you will find in the description of this video a link to your discount codes to subscribe to Helium 10 at a lower cost. Helium 10 is a decision support tool. Thanks to this suite of tools, you can very quickly find out, within a category or subcategory, the level of competition and the profitability of the product.
A consumer's impulse buying range is between $20 and $50. In this price range, the buyer who has found a product that works for them is not really going to compare or look for a better product. This is called impulse buying. You should avoid selling products for less than $20. Your margin will be much too low. If you don't have enough margin, you won't be able to advertise on Amazon FBA. You won't be able to differentiate your product by adding unique options as part of a private label. Also, you should avoid selling products that are too expensive, above $50, when you are starting out. Indeed, the initial investment will be too high, because you will have to finance the purchase of your stock, Amazon fees, etc., which will be proportional to the value of your product. The more your product is worth, the more your startup costs will weigh heavily in the management of your business. Many sellers use the rule of thirds to calculate the purchase price of the product and its minimum selling price on Amazon. 1/3 for the product purchase and shipping costs, 1/3 for all Amazon fees, and 1/3 for the potential margin. But this potential margin will be partly invested in advertising on Amazon to make your product known, increase your sales, get many reviews, and improve your ranking in Amazon search results. When you launch on Amazon, you may not choose the right winning product. This is because if your product doesn't sell, unsold inventory that has a cost will put your business at risk. So it's best when you start on Amazon to choose a product closer to $20 so you can learn at a lower cost. Beyond $50, you will unfortunately find that the conversion rate will quickly drop. Indeed, there will always be more people to buy a product at a low price than at a very high price.
You need to sell products that allow you to make a profit margin, at least 30% or even 40%. The ROI is an indicator that will allow you to measure the performance of your product. In other words, it allows you to evaluate the productivity of your financial investment. To calculate your ROI, you divide your net profit by the cost of goods sold, then multiply this ratio by 100 to obtain a percentage. The net profit is the difference between the amount of sales and the direct costs. A return on investment of 100% means you have doubled your investment. An ROI of 200% means you tripled your investment, etc. The higher your ROI, the better. A good ROI will allow you to reinvest in your Amazon business. You will be able to launch new products, use advertising campaigns. A good ROI will give value to your business if you want to sell it. The ROI is an excellent indicator to know the profitability, the short-term potential of a product you want to buy and resell on Amazon. In practice, a good ROI will be above 30%. Beware, the ROI has its limits because it does not take into account the number of units of products sold and the time to sell these same products. It is simply a decision aid to select a product taking into account its potential. What really matters is the amount of daily, weekly, or monthly profit a product can bring in. That is to say, how much money a product can really bring you day after day. The ROI is an indicator that only measures the potential of a product.
Most new sellers choose their winning product based on the sale price on Amazon on the day they search. But the sale prices on Amazon change every day. So it's important to look at the history of sale prices over the past few months. In fact, let's imagine that you select a product based on its selling price on Amazon. But this selling price has been temporarily increased. Based on the selling price on Amazon, you will order a large stock from your supplier and set your price, which will allow you to make a margin. When the competition's price suddenly returns to its normal level, you may have to sell at a loss to clear your stock. This can be catastrophic and can jeopardize your business on Amazon FBA. It is therefore important to check the evolution of the selling price of a product over time, to know the normal selling price on the Amazon platform, and to make an objective decision when selecting your winning product. A sale price can vary over time due to 4 factors. The seasonality of a product has a direct impact on its selling price. When demand is high, sellers will tend to raise their price. Conversely, when demand is low, sellers will lower their prices to clear their unsold inventory. Sellers who sell the same product tend to lower their price to increase the number of sales. That's why on Amazon, many sellers participate in the price war to get sales. The popularity of a product, a fashion phenomenon, generate an increase in demand. Sellers will then increase their prices because consumers are willing to pay more for a trendy product. A product that becomes rare because of supply difficulties can see its price soar. It is therefore essential for a seller who is looking for a new product to market to monitor price trends.
It is also important to check the seasonality of a product. You should look for a product that sells throughout the year. You should avoid products that only sell in certain seasons and will not sell the following year due to a fashion phenomenon. This way you will avoid ending up with unsold inventory. To find out if your product is seasonal, you can go to Google Trends and type in your product's main keyword. A non-seasonal product will show a horizontal curve, with small, steady fluctuations throughout the year. Some more experienced salespeople do not hesitate to sell a seasonal product. But this requires good advertising experience to sell during the season, and good stocking experience, because there will surely be unsold items.
A product that is too big or too heavy will cost you a lot in shipping costs. After the cost of purchasing your product, the cost of shipping to an Amazon warehouse, and the cost of delivery to a buyer is the second largest expense for a seller. In fact, as the size and weight of your product increases, your profit margins decrease. On the Amazon marketplace, products are divided into two size categories: standard and oversized products. When you are first starting out on Amazon, you should choose standard products, i.e., smaller sizes. The storage and delivery costs will be much cheaper. We often use the term shoebox. Your product should fit in a shoebox. If it doesn't, you should look for another smaller product.
You must choose a solid product, which will not break during transport. You should avoid glass or ceramic products. You should also avoid products with many parts, which will break down and cause many returns. Amazon FBA customer service will not hesitate to cancel a sale immediately if your product breaks down. You should also avoid electronic products, which can easily break down. You should choose a product that is easy to manufacture and has few parts. A broken or defective product will result in bad reviews and comments. This will have an immediate impact on your product's ranking in Amazon's search results. Sales of your product will drop immediately. If you are a newbie seller, you should definitely choose a strong product when you start on Amazon FBA.
You should avoid products that have a high return rate. These are products that customers return to Amazon because they are damaged, cannot be repaired, or cannot be resold because the packaging or blister pack has been destroyed. As a new seller on Amazon FBA, you should also avoid clothing. Because they are subject to many returns, due to problems with sizes, colors that do not fit the customers. Some customers will order your product just to see, and return it to Amazon. You should also avoid products that are ingested or applied to the body, such as food, lotions, creams, dietary supplements that can incur legal liability. Therefore, it is essential to ignore these products.
We can summarize the life cycle of a product on the Amazon platform into 4 important stages: the launch phase, the growth phase, the product maturity, and the decline phase. The first phase of launch is relatively complex and requires a lot of work. If you are a beginner, you should avoid new products. The financial risk is high, but if successful, the results can be very significant. The growth phase is good for the beginning seller. The risky launch period is over. The demand is high, the risk is low, it's time to launch your own version of the product. You can improve the product to add value and attract potential buyers. During its maturity phase, the price of the product tends to decrease. There are more competitors. They tend to lower their prices to attract potential buyers. As in the growth phase, you will have to innovate and differentiate your product to attract consumers. The risk is low. New sellers will have to put a lot of effort into marketing. The last phase is the product decline phase. You should not launch your product during this period. You will have to make up your mind and look for another idea, another winning product. If you are already marketing a product and it is entering its decline phase, you will need to sell your inventory quickly. If it doesn't sell, you'll need to get your inventory back to avoid Amazon's storage fees. So, as you can see, depending on the phase of the product lifecycle, you may or may not launch your own product. Because your product has to have recurring sales. You have to be careful to put all the chances on your side to succeed your business on Amazon FBA.
To add value to your product, you must first create a brand, a private label. Most importantly, your product must have value that competing products do not. If you launch a product on Amazon that already exists, you will have few reviews in this launch phase. Why then would a consumer choose your product, without reviews, without knowing what it's worth? Why would the buyer turn away from an identical competing product that already has more than 200 positive reviews? Your only solution, with an equivalent product, will be to lower your price to attract consumers. And you will enter a price war that will erode your margins. If a competitor's product is selling well, and the average review is less than 3 stars, it means there is a real opportunity. People buy that product despite the low star rating because they want it or need it and have no choice. If you launch your improved product and get an average of more than 4 stars, you will be able to capture a large part of the market. The solution is to improve that existing product, to add value to it. A better product will increase your chances of making more sales. By looking at reviews and feedback from competing products, you will be able to identify key areas that can be easily improved. You can then ask your supplier to improve your product. It will then be superior to the competition's products. This will help you get better reviews and increase your sales quickly.
Sellers who offer similar products on Amazon are engaged in a price war. Creating a bundle is a real solution. Creating a bundle is to create a grouped offer of several products, which can be used together. For example, if I already sell dog collars, I can create a bundle composed of a collar and a matching dog leash of the same color, for example. The bundle should not be confused with the multi-pack. The multi-pack consists in selling a batch of several copies of the same product. For example, when you sell a multi-pack of 20 blue pens, a bundle has 3 advantages. First, it allows you to increase the average value of the shopping cart, but also to avoid adding your product to the buy box, and to avoid a price war with similar competing products. In other words, when you launch your bundle on Amazon, you eliminate the competition, you set your price freely, and you offer customers a unique product they will love. In fact, you'll increase the value of the shopping cart, but you'll also make much higher margins. You can package the products that make up your bundle in the same package. This will save you money. Also, some of Amazon's fees are fixed, whether you sell a single product or a set of several products in a bundle. As a new seller, bundling may seem a bit complicated. Indeed, it will require some extra effort on your part. But if you make the effort, the reward will be steady, recurring sales on Amazon throughout the year.
When you launch a new product, you need to think about how many variations you can offer to your visitors. Potential buyers want to be able to choose options for a product. Product variants on Amazon improve the customer experience and increase conversions. Variants allow a customer to choose a product's color, size, weight, etc. Customers want the same choices on Amazon's marketplace that stores or supermarkets offer their customers. Be careful not to offer too many choices. Too much choice paralyzes the customer, who may run away. However, products with variations have many advantages. First of all, in the search results. If your product is drowning in Amazon's search results, variations of your product can help make it more visible. Product variations have a retention effect. Shoppers who view different options for your product will stay on your listing longer and increase your conversion rate. By improving visibility in search results through variations and increasing conversion rate through retention, you will first increase the number of reviews, then the number of sales. So don't hesitate, as a new seller, to create a few variations of your product. Your future results will be affected.
You're in a hurry to succeed on Amazon FBA. The Amazon FBA Mastery training from just one dime will guide you to success without any detours or time wasting. The goal is to enable you to make your first sales quickly, without failure, without financial loss. The Amazon FBA Mastery training program is the result of many years of experience in selling on Amazon FBA and in e-commerce. In this training, Seth Neep explains step-by-step his techniques and strategies to build your brand, your products, and succeed on Amazon FBA. This course is one of the best courses in the world. You'll see it for yourself. This training consists of 5 extremely complete modules, plus 7 free modules, for a total of over 200 videos. You can see the details of this training by clicking on this next video, or by following the link, which you will find in the description of this video.